This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, good evening. If I am audible, you type in the chat box as yes. Thank you, Chandana. Then Karthika. So before I start the next next topic, practical session, if you have any query for the assignment, whatever I have given, so please ask your queries, questions. Okay, we'll have a practical last class we discussed about IP address. So in the real time PCs, if I have multiple network adapter, how to assign an IP address? How to assign an IP address? So step number one, First you open Windows key plus R. Type you use from the keyboard Windows key plus R. Then type as ncpa.cpl is a network adapter command. Once it is opened, where you can see the number of network adapters. So right now I have one virtual network adapter and one is Wi-Fi network adapter and one is Ether network adapter. So whatever I've used right now, whatever I'm connecting, that is connected with the Ethernet. So right click on this properties and check the property option. Go to TCP/IP version number 4. Click again properties, and this is the option. Yesterday means in the last class I have told you obtain IP address automatically. This is the taking place of DHCP. But in the simulation part, I've told you that DHCP option. This is the options in the real time where you can see obtain IP address automatically. If the DHCP server if available, if that connected to the network, then automatically which is going to be assigned that IP address for your computer system. So right now here it's not displaying that IP address. So then what has to be done? So right click on this, then go to the status option and you click status and you can see what is the IP address. The IP address is 192.168.1.102. One minute. So here you can see DHCP is enabled. With the help of DHCP, it has taken that IP address automatically. Now, if I wanted to see a manual IP address, just in place of this adapter, just right click on this, go to the property sheet, choose internet IP protocol version number 4 protocol, then take an IP address here 192.168.10.20. So something like this. Then if you have internet router IP, then you specify here 192.168.10.1. And if the internet service provider, if they assign DHCP server IP address, that also you can give. But as of now, for local area network, not required the DNS server IP address and all. So please enter only whatever the criteria which are applicable for connecting to the network. Okay, so just if I click OK and again close this, then there's a simple method how we can able to assign an IP address. So to assign an IP address, so step number 1, press Windows key plus R. This to open run prompt. Number 2, type ncpa.cpl, press enter key, then right click on Ethernet adapter, select properties. So when you right click, then choose the properties and again select Internet Protocol version 4. Select Internet Protocol version 4. Click on properties again. The eighth step, make ensure which way you would like to assign IP address. So one is automatic and one is manual. So case number 1, if DHCP server available, select obtain IP address automatically. DHCP server will issue an IP address. Next, case 2, if you are maintaining manually, select, this option must be selected, use the following IP address. Use the following IP address, then enter IP address, which network IP address you want, then enter subnet mask. Second line is subnet mask, and third one is default gateway. This is an optional, it is not mandatory. Default gateway, optional. So IP address, ask your network administrator, they will tell you what IP address to be entered on this end device, and based on the classes, system automatically that would identify which class subnet mask, and this is optional. When you have router IP address to access internet, then you must be provide a gateway. So gateway, it's a router ID, router IP address to access internet. Okay, if you wanted to access internet, then you have to follow this. Now next, once if you are assigned, then how can I check IP address? So system has taken IP address, but I wanted to check IP address. How to check or get a display of IP address? So follow the same steps again. So instead of ncpa.cpl command, you type cmd. Open Windows key plus R, cmd, press enter key. So whenever system is opened that DOS console, you type here ipconfig and press enter key. You can see one is Ethernet adapter, whatever you have seen in the graphical method, and second one is this is a VM network adapter, virtual network adapter. This is what I have given manually what IP address previously. As of now, 2 minutes ago I have given this IP address, and there's the one more we have. My system once gets connected here through Wi-Fi, then system automatically takes that IP address. But as of now, the Wi-Fi adapter not connected to the internet. So that you can see in the manual here. So Wi-Fi is not connected. This has been disconnected, and VMware Virtual Network Adapter. If you right click and check this status, you can see the IP address what you have. So same IP address I have, and gateway also I have. And this is the first one. Check the status again. Go to the details bar. Then 1.103. So this is 1.103. I I hope all of you understood this. How to check IP address of your machine. So just will you check your IP address and send me in the WhatsApp, or use the chat box and you type or you send me the IP address what systems you are using. You follow the same methods. In the command prompt, you type ipconfig, IP space config, ipconfig, press enter. So which will not affect for your computer network connections. So follow this 5 steps and let me know this what IP address you have. Share me your IP through a chat box. Not getting any response. Hello guys, are you using laptop or are you using mobile?
Sir, mobile, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So no problem. You try later once the session gets completed. Okay. Now the next question is how to enable and disable Ethernet port. So I wanted to make available, means the network adapter must be available for your network, then only I can able to access internet. Okay, so this is the questions in the real time also, which will happen for your computer system when you are connected with the local area network or also uh, wide area network. So how to disable Ethernet port or LAN connections, even WAN connections also. So step number one again, I'm just closing this. Open Windows key plus R, ncpa.cpl, make ensure which you would like to disable your network adapter. For example, right now I don't want virtual network adapter. Just right click and disable it. So then particularly that particular virtual network adapter is completely not going to be working. And similarly, if you disable again Wi-Fi, right click and disable it, which will turn that into gray color. Look at this. Earlier it was blue color, now it is converted into gray color. So this is a symbolic methods to identify your Ethernet adapter is enable state or disable state. So again, if you wanted to enable this, right click and make enable, then it will become active. Okay, again right click, make enable to make active your Ethernet. So the steps is again same. Step 1 2 3 4 is same, but when you after the right click on Ethernet, then select disable. So once it is disabled, the state of Ethernet won't work. So until you enable Ethernet or make active, your network won't work. Is it clear? So use ncpa.cpl and access. Next thing is, sir, I wanted to share something like if I have a system, like assume like I have two computer systems. This is an example, PC1, PC2. Okay, so when I have PC1, PC2, I wanted to access some files and folders. Okay, so here the machine number or machine name is system1, and this is to be system2. Here if you have master data, you assume like this is your master data. You created a folder here. This is actually a folder. Inside the folder, if you store around 150 plus files, might be Word file, Excel file, then video files or audio files, whatever. I'll write Excel. So now the question is, I wanted to access the same folder from this machine. So whenever you have this criteria, you must have a network between these two. Okay, if there is no network between these two machines, then am I able to access? So not possible to access this data, master data. Okay, so now let's see, before you access, this is a where I wanted to access. This is a where the source files are available. So in the source systems, first you have to share your files, and everyone has to be accessed over the internet. Okay, so now let's see, I'm going to create one folder in the documents and naming that as a master data. Press enter key, and I'll take some files here. I do copy paste. So now the file folder is available. So do right click here, go to the property sheet, then go to sharing. In this sharing we have advanced sharing. Share this folder, click permissions, make this full control, click apply, click OK, click again apply, click OK. Then make ensure here the network path is automatically created as you sharing the files. So this is an important where you wanted to access. Okay, you have to remember, or somewhere you have to store what is the network path. Even people doesn't know, if I know the IP address itself is enough, I can able to access. Okay, so that also I will show you later. So this is a simple method how I can able to access, or sorry, sharing the folders. Now if I wanted to access from the system 2, then what has to be done? Open Windows key plus R and type your IP address. Like I wanted to know what is the IP address of this machine here. Right click, and if I check the property 1.103, 1.103 double slash 192.168.1.103, press enter key. Then automatically whatever folders, files you have shared, that will come to your network. So this is a simple method using this IP address how we can able to access the shared files and folders. How to share files and folders. So make note that must be accessible by everyone. Okay, so everyone can able to access. Step number 1. So right click on folder. Step number 2, click on properties, then click on sharing tab. Fourth step, there is a advanced button option. Click on advanced sharing. Next, click on share this folder. Sixth step, click on permission button. The seventh one, click everyone and make ensure will you be giving full control or not. So must have full control on this. Then click apply, then OK. Repeat the same step for ninth one. Click apply, OK. And here make ensure the network path is generated or not. If not generated, you assumes that you have not shared properly. So that must be generated automatically. Now the question is again how to access them. So to access shared folders, press Windows key plus R to open run prompt. Number two, so type just like this, double slash, then IP address. Okay, this is very important. So make ensure what is the source from where you want it to access. This must be the source machine IP. Don't type your IP, okay, where the real files are available. Then press enter key. Now the question is, sir, I want to access MAC address now. So MAC address, MAC means media access control. Media access control. So now let's see how to access or how to get display MAC address. So MAC address are also called as Ethernet address, then permanent address, so whichever manner you want that you can specify. So I'll be calling that as a MAC address itself. Open Windows key plus R and you type cmd command. So in the cmd command there is a command called as get MAC. If you press enter key, which will show you every Ethernet adapter will have a MAC address. You can see here what is a physical address. One is Wi-Fi is disconnected, one is logical Ethernet adapter, and one is physical network adapter. So this is the MAC address of the machine. So step again, it's going to repeat the same thing. So instead of IP config, you type get MAC and press enter key and notice number of MAC address which are connected, which are disconnected. Now again the question is, I wanted to have a MAC address and as well as IP address. How to get display of MAC address, and IP address. So method and steps again remains the same, but the command is different now. So in this case, you type ipconfig slash space slash all. So open command prompt, type cmd, and in this case, use ipconfig space slash all. Press enter key. That you can see whatever earlier I've shown you now. Could you see this physical address? This is a Wi-Fi adapter MAC address, and again if you come to wireless again, okay, here also I have a physical address, and Ethernet adapter, here also I have a physical address. Then this is the logical one, means virtual one, physical address, and also you have an IP address. So this is the IP address as of now. So from the DHCP server is obtained. So close this now. So notice this IP and MAC address. Now that important question now is, I wanted to view the IP address which are active ports. So how to view IP address and active port numbers. So the steps again remains as same, but instead of IP config slash all, you type netstat, open cmd, and make ensure I'm using netstat. Then press enter key. So which will show you that active port numbers, which ports are active as of now, which are running. So this TCP stands for transmission control protocol. This is the IP address, and this is the port number, and this is the second one. The port number again it's changed, but IP address remains the same, but the services are different. So based on services, the ports again changed. So the third one is also changed, then fourth one is also getting changed, but the status is established, it's working now. As of now it is a working state, it's an active state now. How to view IP address and active port numbers. Still is taking time. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll be canceling this, press Ctrl C, then it's going to be terminating. So close this as of now. Hope all of you this understood. So next thing is wanted to check that source monitors, means like which are the sources are working in the networks. So just like check your network activities. How do I check the network activities? Which sources are working, and I wanted to monitor the resources. How to check network activities or resource monitoring. So again, follow the same method, same steps, but only one small changes has to be entered here. So instead of, okay, Windows key plus R, directly you type in the command prompt. Okay, the command prompt you type res resource mon. Okay, so we'll type now. Okay, close this. Windows R cmd res mon. Could you able to see now? So what is the resources? CPU is one of the resources, disk is one of the resources, network is one of the resources, and memory is also one of the resources. You can see the percentage of usage. So in this usage is displaying 100% maximum frequency and the highest active time you have in this disk. And again, if I come down, this is the network speed and also utilizations. So right now this CPU is taking that most of the 100% utilization. So when I compare to any other resources, so 30 to 40% of usage is going on CPU. This is how we can check resource activities. So next, how to check performance monitor. So to check the performance monitor, you need to have a task manager. Okay, to open a task manager here, so tsk task mgr you type. So Windows key plus R, open cmd and type task mgr and press enter key here and look at this again. So what you have here, applications, which applications are running and what are the background process are running, what is the CPU utilization, memory utilization, and which application is taking too much of memory. Okay, and system sometimes that would slow, so you have to quit or you have to end the task by this, by clicking on application area. If I right click and end the task, my MS Paint will go off. Right now we'll see. So this is my applications, like whatever I have shown you now earlier. Now if I wanted to close, okay, so right click and end the task. So now this application is removed. Okay, and similarly you can do right click and you can end the task, but right now I don't want, so close this. This is also closed. So this is a simple way how I can test my computer network performance. Then next, if I talk about device manager. Okay, so how to check device manager? Use same steps, but in place of this you type DEV, device management mgmt.msc. Open command prompt, then device management, press enter key. It's open now. Now I have a adapters, display adapters. Here we have a display adapters. If you want network adapters, this is your network adapter. And if you want to disable Wi-Fi, okay, right click and disable the device. So say yes, then which will automatically disable your Wi-Fi adapter. We'll see now. So automatically is disabled. Again, how can I verify? So open again, see, sorry, ncpa.cpl and look at this. Again, if I right click here and make this enable the device, and this also will become active now. So this is the beautiful application where you can use it properly as you want. So device resources, device management. These are the devices which are available. Close it again. Now the next thing is, sir, I wanted to see which are the ports or which are the services are open services. Okay, you told that DHCP, you told that DNS. Okay, so I wanted to see that services. Okay, so how to check open services? So in this case, already I have a steps to copy paste, and here you type services.msc. So select this, type and press enter key over there, and you can get this. These are the services. Okay, if applications are running, for example DHCP, so go to DHCP client, look at this. DHCP system is DHCP client services are running. Okay, if that not running, do right click and start the services. Okay, then only your machine will get IP address. So sometimes machine is working but services are not working. If the services are not working, then the particular IP address that won't come to your computer systems. Okay, and similarly you check DNS. So this is a DNS one. Right click and make ensure it's already running. Okay, so do right click on this property and go to the status. Okay, it's already working on automatically. So startup time. Okay, assume this is the one I have, distributed transactions coordinate. If I wanted to start, right click and check the property and select automatically as you want and click start button to start. So right now I don't want the services. If I want, then only I can use it. So you can see the status which are the services are running of your computer system. Sometimes unnecessary services also running in your computer system, so trace out which are not going to be helpful, then right click and stop the services. So this is how you can improve your computer speed. Okay, make ensure that services are properly working or not. Okay, next criteria is how to check Windows firewall. So it is a software based firewall, not a hardware based firewall, where we can protect our computer and also local area network and also internet from the attackers, where you can protect the system. So now I wanted to see how I can open Windows firewall. So to open Windows firewall, so type wf.msc, copy command prompt, then use wf.msc. There's a Windows firewall and press enter key. When the application gets started, you can see the status. Windows Defender firewall is on. Okay, so we have three profiles. One is public profile, one is private profile, and also one is Windows Defender profile. So now the domain profile, if you don't want that, you can disable it later, but make ensure that Windows firewall working or not. Okay, so inbound rules you have, then outbound rules you have, okay, then connection security rules you have, that immediately that you can see in your computer system. Okay, so there is some of the applications I have blocked myself. Okay, and the green color one people can able to access from the inbound rules. Okay, this for protection purpose I have created here, and defaultly it's going to be working for your Windows 10 and also 11, whichever operating system you are using, so that Windows firewall will work automatically. Next, I wanted to open a control panel firewall. Firewall is same, but there is another method how I can open control panel. So how to check control panel firewall settings? I wanted to see the settings, firewall settings from the control panel. So again, open command prompts list. Then here you type firewall.cpl. So select this, open command prompt, press enter key there, and this is a simple state. So through the command prompt, sorry, control panel, if you open, this is the graphical screen you'll be getting, and from this main area you can turn off your firewall. Okay, so if I turn off the firewall, we'll be not having much security. Okay, so always try to remember when you are working on internet, and make enable this and start working. So sometimes through the firewall, there is some set of rules, inbound rules and outbound rules, as I said. So that's going to be blocking. Okay, once it is blocking, so turn off your firewall, then start working on that. This for security purpose they used to have. So next, I wanted to see the network properties in Windows. So how can I check internet properties in Windows? Use the same command, but steps remains the same, but the commands is going to change. inet cpl dot cpl. Actually, it's a command. Open cmd again. Press enter key. You can see here internet properties. Okay, so I can go for settings like browser history, that you can delete immediately. Okay, and also you can go for security settings, what is the level of security you have. Okay, then privacy, and you have content. Okay, so this is the internet properties. You check it later what you want. Okay, so this is the basics things before you start uh, the practical labs. You have to practice on these commands and also applications. Next, I wanted to run network troubleshooting. Okay, that is a little bit difficult for you. Okay, now let's see. I wanted to have options to view all Wi-Fi profiles. If I want to see all Wi-Fi profiles, how to view all Wi-Fi profiles? The command Windows key plus R, but in this area you type the command net sh space wlan space show profiles. Actually, it's a complete command. open command prompt, type and press enter key, which are going to be display what is the user profile. Okay, wherever your computer systems or laptop computer systems are connected, so that complete displaying that user Wi-Fi profile. This is all about basic requirement. Next again, sir, how can I uh, open Google Chrome in the default as a default browser? So how do you set this? Open Google Chrome in default browser. So press Windows key. Okay, steps are same again. So you type place of this area https double slash www.google.com. Open command prompt. If I type, but okay, I made a mistake here. 1 minute. You type explore. There's a command I forgotten. Explorer space. So from the explorer, you have to use this URL and press enter key. Then directly it opens. Any domain name if you give, that opens immediately from the browsers. Next thing is, sir, I wanted to see that lookup, DNS lookup. How to use DNS, domain naming system lookup. So take same steps towards Windows and type the command ns lookup space google.com. In place of google.com, you type any domain name and press enter key. That you can see here. So earlier I was getting only one IP address, but right now I'm getting the two IP address. So sometimes you have IPv version number 6 and sometimes IPv version number 4. So this is your gateway for your machine, like ns lookup google.com. In the same place of google.com, you can type gmail.com also. That you can see the IP address are completely different. Again, you can go for youtube.com series. Now you tell me, is it in the same network or different network? So ping me in the chat box. Now I wanted to see a routing table information. So how to check a routing table? So to check routing table, steps remains the same. Then you take command is called as root print, root space print, cmd, then root print, press enter key. You can see in this complete routing table IPv version 4 root print is available for my computer system. This is a gateway, as I told you. Gateway means your router IP address. And similarly, if I wanted to clear this, type clear itself and press enter key. CLS. If I wanted to find that IP address of the website, ping, ping -4. In the last class, I told you ping space -4 google.com. You'll be having that IP address. And again, you take one more website, yahoomail.com. This also will be getting that reply. Now, if I type something like ping -4 mallesh.com, so something like this. So here also I'm having one IP address. So ping -4 sh.com. sh, press enter key, but it is searching, but saying that request timeout. It's trying to identifying that IP address, but it's not exactly. And one more, if I type, so like modi.com, something like this. So here also I'm getting request timeout. Okay, now the question is, sir, what exactly is ping now? What is the meaning ping? So ping, nothing but packet internet gopher. Packet internet gopher. The question is, sir, what does it do? So number one, so send a small data packet. It's called as you have seen ICMP echo request to the destination. So to the destination, it is sending small packet to verify echo request. You can see here how many packet has been sent, then how many packets has been received. And you are getting reply from the Google also, Yahoo also. Okay, so this is what small packet. So your ping command is going to send a small packets to the server. So that's why the first functions of the ping command I'm explaining now. Then once if you receive the destination reply, then which will be displaying on the screen. And also wait, it's going to be waits for a reply ICMP echo reply, and finally it measures the time it takes to receive the reply. So now if you take here, could you see the time now? What is the time you have? You can check here, and here also you can check. So 4 seconds, but here 219 milliseconds. Okay, and here you have time 23 milliseconds. Okay, and here I did not get it. Okay, so here also we have a request here. This is ICMP reply. Okay, whenever people are asking like what does ping, so its first thing is sending a small data packets is called as ICMP echo request, and waiting for the reply from the main server, and finally it takes measures that time how this would be receives and also replying for that. And next thing is what is going to check. So during this connectivity and during the ping command, when you put in the computer systems, so what exactly it checks, what it checks now. So number one, network connectivity. Is the device reachable or not, or computer is it reachable or not, that the status we can understand. And the second thing is latency. So latency is nothing but how long does it take to respond. Okay, then third one is packet loss. This analysis are important. So or any data packet getting dropped or not, that you have to check. Then second thing is there any errors in the network, like there's going to be detects unreachable host, computers or host, or DNS issues. Suppose if it is fail, then what happen? Request timeout. You have seen, right? Request timed out. What it means? The destination device did not respond. When destination device when did not respond, then you'll be having request timeout. And second thing is, sometimes in place of request timeout, you'll be having destination host unreachable. It means there is no route, there is no route to the target. And when I supposed to use this command, So use cases. So number one, if you wanted to test if a website or server is in online or working or not in the local area network and as well as wide area network, and you can check network issues between the devices. If you have, then you can diagnose the computer system network bandwidth is too slow or dropped any internet connections. So in such cases I can use this command. Hope all of you understood this. So there is a term like a DHCP, ICMP. So DHCP full form is dynamic host configuration protocol. Next ICMP, internet control message protocol. Then you have DNS, domain naming system. So domain naming system is nothing but, you can see here, I'll be using google.com, but behind this google.com you have an IP address. Look at this ping -4. If I type google.com, I can have an IP address. So whenever you type any name like google.com, behind that google.com there is an IP address. So name to IP and IP to name, which will give the naming resolution. DNS is going to give naming resolution or solution. So what type of naming resolution? Name to IP. Example, whatever I've shown you now, google.com to some XYZ IP. I'll be taking the same one. So this is what DNS. So domain is different. So the domains like .com is domain, .edu is domain, .in is domain, .org is domain. So these are all domains. So do not get confusion, domains and DNS. DNS is a name resolution system which will map your name to IP, which is going to identify and to remember your company names. They used to provide a name resolution for every public IP whenever you are working for an internet, like the website. And you have one more called as POP. POP means POP3, Post Office Protocol. Post Office Protocol. And FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Then TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Then TCP, Transmission control protocol, UDP, user datagram protocol, then ARP, address resolution protocol, and RARP, reverse address resolution protocol. Then Ethernet. Ethernet means working for 10 Mbps speed. Fast Ethernet working for 100 Mbps. Then very fast Ethernet 1 Gbps. Could you tell me what is Mbps and Gbps in the chat box? Just drop your message, the full form of Gbps and Mbps. Okay, good. Aditya is good. Arti good. Ikta good. Okay, one small changes. The changes make ensure here Mbps means megabits per seconds. Then Gbps gigabits per seconds. If I use bytes, what is the differences between bytes and bits? Bits means what? Zeros and ones. Your data is going to transmitting over the wireless and wired in the format of zeros and ones. But if I say bytes, 8 bits grouped together, that makes 1 byte. Now that much of bandwidth we don't have as of now, so it's not a bytes, it's a bits. Clear? So before I start off your what is it, ethical hacking lab setup, you practice yesterday's IP address. Also you practice, means in the last class whatever I have done with the Cisco packet tracer, uh, and also today whatever I have listed that commands. Okay, so I will send you through WhatsApp. So along with the video, just you practice in the system itself. Internet is enough that you can practice and you can understand easily. If you don't have system, please ask your friend and associate with them and start working on that, and that would be easy for you to study, like a combined study. Okay, and one more term I forgotten to mention here, like LAN. LAN means local area network. Then WAN, wide area network. Then next you have SAN, storage area network. Next you have WLAN, wireless local area network. Next you have PAN, personal area network. Could you tell me one example for personal area network? Personal area network, best example is your mobile phone to Bluetooth. Whenever both are get connected, Bluetooth and the mobile phone, Bluetooth devices, then it creates personal area network. Then this is works for Wi-Fi. So by conducting this practical, you can understand major stuff is MAC address, and next one is forgotten, that is port numbers. Okay, so these are the most important, which will carry out complete our entire journey of our ethical hacking. These are the three things: IP address, MAC address, and port numbers. Okay, so in the next class, I'll be uh, trying to explain much more technical details about that MAC address and port numbers. Okay, so until that, you practice and update yourself, whatever things we have here. So once you check your WhatsApp, if you're in the WhatsApp, just you can copy that notes, whatever I've shared you through WhatsApp now, and you ping me in the chat box. Yeah, yes, you're right. So those who have not received, I can send you through chat box. Okay, but chat box is not allowing us. There is a limits of 100,000 words. Okay, so that's why I've shared that in WhatsApp. In the chat box area, if I try to paste, which will not allow me to send more than 1000 words. But in this entire notes, I have used around 6500 characters. This is also one of the technical information that you can see in your WhatsApp. There is a limits in the chat box. So if you have any doubts, you ask me before I wind up the session. If everything is understood, you type as yes in the chat box. Yes, Netra. Yes, Aditya. Ashika. Good, good. So thank you for your response. And while practicing, if you get any doubts, you ping me in the WhatsApp. Then making myself free, and I'll coordinate with you. And also, I'll assist you mm, through the screenshot, or somehow we can manage, and I'll tell you. I'll guide you this. Okay. So for reference point, we will share you that video also. You go through that and practice more than one time, two times until you remember the commands, then which will help you for understanding that network communication commands. So see you guys. So we'll meet up in the next session by tomorrow. Yeah.